So here's the before, and that's the paint. I got a bunch of those paints ready, and then today someone on Craigslist put a whole bunch out in their driveway. So thank you, Craigslist. We'll see what happens on autopilot. I think this was a great success. Wouldn't you know it, I was ready to record and there were no airplanes anywhere, none to be found. So I've gone ahead and turned this fan on. I'm hoping that'll be okay with you all. So here's what's happening. I've painted over the class of 2023's artwork. They did a great job. But now, time to put a little more paint on the storage building itself. Certain areas have a little bit of paint peel. And then what I noticed is when this lower section was painted, it's been about 3 years, a couple places peeled back. Let's show you those up close. It looked like that, and then I just went over, I held a box underneath here and just scratched off that, and I can paint over that very, very quickly. I think I'll go up on a ladder and catch some of those big flakes, but it's been very, very dry, and I'm wondering, those black areas, what's actually growing there? Is there anything growing there? I'm tempted to paint it as is. So this will be an experiment. No pressure washing, no scraping. I discovered that this year. It goes from that to that in just a matter of minutes. I might do that, call it gutter board. It's not a gutter board, but Eve or whatever. Never could spell it, so why should I know what it's called? Might go up on a ladder with a box and catch some of the flakes, but I do not intend to scrape that, because ideally I think I'd wrap that in aluminum and then, believe it or not, paint the aluminum. I went ahead and turned the fan off because there's enough trucks passing by to give that airplane effect while you're recording. I wanted to show you this. This is how it's working. See the flake there? So the heavy nap roller, it's like a 1/2 inch nap. It'll actually lift up the loose paint. So you see where it's all lifted? So I'll jump up on the ladder and I'll grab those pieces. And they are wet, but that's what was done here years ago, and it's holding well. I had some extra paint on the roller and I rolled down here, so if you're seeing a shine, that's new paint. Let me back up some. So here's the side. I'm gonna take a brush and brush around those fan grates, and then can you see over top center right now where I started painting the gutter board? I did scratch off a little flaking paint there, caught it in a box, and then stopped. Actually, I know it's not lead paint, but that's a different story. I still follow the limits of how much you can disturb paint on the outside of a house. This is commercial, but nevertheless. In other words, I'm saying I got bored. But that was the limit there, and I could just do that and that two more days, and that would be done. And of course, go over it. Now, let's look real close. So what this is showing me, again, this was done at this point years ago. This is real easy to reach. That's somewhat easy to reach. What I'd like to do is get one of my sprayers working, and be it next spring, or who knows, even maybe later this fall, go over and spray a coat. It would make better sense to pressure wash next spring and then just spray this. Now, spraying is incredibly fast, and spraying will get us into all these nooks and crannies. And because of this finish, it's just block. If you had like paint races or anything like that, it wouldn't matter. This right here, see that? I'll probably still catch that. I got a little bit of tiny paint on the roller. So I'll catch those by hand off the ladder and then go over this. And that'll be done. There's something a little more important. I think this paint was $167. That be right? Paint and primer. Okay. So how much did I use today? I'm gonna say a touch over a gallon, but let's do the gallon price. So 150 divided by 5 is 30 bucks. What else did I say? Let's call it, well, that was with tax already, 70, so call it 6 1/3. Call it 6. So $36. So this cost, let's say $40. A little over a gallon cost $40 of paint. Right? Somewhat affordable for the effect it's going to give. The effect is really worth it because that's $40 for the paint, and I've only been here 2.5 hours. And my $10 an hour salary, that's $25. Let's say I dilly-dally around another half hour, which I will, because I'll be looking at the trees and butterflies, and I saw a deer the other day. I'll be thinking about that stuff. But so I'll blow 3 hours of time, $40 of paint. So for $70, that wall is looking pretty good from the road. I mentioned the road because that's where all the people that are looking for jobs are, who don't want to come around and work. Yeah, $70 wouldn't get you very far, unfortunately. So what do you think? Isn't that kind of a cool car? No? Not for everybody. Some people put 8 cylinders in those. I wouldn't know how to do that. How about this one? So if you were going to vote, this one or this one? Take a closer look. Or this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a spectacular day.